Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Giving Tuesday. I'm Craig DeLuz with the Firearms Policy Coalition. We're talking about opportunities for you to support the work that we're doing with groups, like the Firearms Policy Foundation. And to talk about that, today we're going to talk about a specific case that is actually a victory for the Firearms Policy Coalition and the Firearms Policy Foundation. But it's a victory that, we're still in the midst of fighting. So with that, I want to invite Mr. Joshua Prince to come on the program and talk a little bit about our case with the city of Pittsburgh. Mr. Prince, how are you doing today?
Doing well, Craig, and yourself?
I am doing excellent on this fine Giving Tuesday. So please tell us a little bit about the case.
So several months ago, the city of Pittsburgh enacted several illegal ordinances regulating, among other things, what they termed to be assault weapons, high-capacity magazines, as well as a red flag proposal. As a result, a number of organizations came together, as well as individuals. So the case is docketed as Firearm Owners Against Crime et al. Versus City of Pittsburgh et al., challenging all of those ordinances. And recently, we were successful in having all of those ordinances ruled unlawful. The court struck those ordinances down. And more recently, we just learned that the city of Pittsburgh, supported by Bloomberg and Everytown Law, have appealed that decision to the Commonwealth Court.
All right. So, and this was a pretty significant case because, in particular, because once again, in the state of Pennsylvania, you guys have preemption, correct?
Correct. And not only do we have statutory preemption, but we also arguably have constitutional preemption. And that comes from a case that the PA Supreme Court decided a number of years ago, Ortiz versus Commonwealth, where the court said that basically Article 1, Section 21 of the Pennsylvania Constitution is a form of preemption, and that only the General Assembly here in Pennsylvania can regulate firearms and ammunition.
Wow. So what's the next step? So obviously they've appealed. All right. How long is it going to be, do you think, before this case is going to be heard at the appellate level?
So it'll likely take several months before the court even issues a briefing order. It will depend on whether the trial court issues what's called a 1925B statement asking the appellants, basically the city of Pittsburgh, to specify the issues on appeal. And if it does, thereafter, the court is supposed to issue a decision addressing those specific issues. And that can obviously take some time. Once the Commonwealth Court receives that, then they'd issue a briefing order. Generally, they're going to give the appellants somewhere around, and again, by appellants, it would be the city of Pittsburgh, give them somewhere around 45 days to file their initial brief. They would also, as of right, have the right to get one extension of at least 30 days. And then after they file their brief, we have an opportunity to file our brief. And again, there's always the possibility of a continuance there, getting an additional 30 days at a minimum. And after we file our brief, the city would have an opportunity to file a reply brief. Once that is all done, the court will decide whether they want to hold oral argument. It's a unique aspect to the Commonwealth Court that it actually decides whether you get oral argument or not. I assume in a case like this, they will probably direct that oral argument be held. That'll probably be somewhere around 2 months out from when we are notified that the court wants to have oral argument. And usually at a minimum, it's taking the court 3 months from the date of oral argument to issue a decision. And I have some cases that it's been over 6 months. So I would not anticipate the Commonwealth Court issuing a decision in this matter in under a year.
Yeah, it's amazing how slow all court cases move, but it seems like in particular Second Amendment court cases tend to move. Well, I can only speak, my direct knowledge is in the Ninth Circuit, where it is just like at a glacial pace. But I think it's important, and what you're sharing is for folks to understand this is a marathon, not a sprint. And as we do so, any good marathon runner will tell you it's important that you make sure that you keep your energy up, that you make sure that you have the resources internally to make sure that you can last that race. And that's the reason why we're trying to encourage people right now. It'd be really nice if we could take a little bit of that Zuckerberg money Put a little bit of that money, once again, towards supporting our constitutional right to keep and bear arms.
Absolutely. And the other thing, so the viewers are aware, I fully anticipate that the city of Pittsburgh will end up appealing from the Commonwealth Court to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, as the city council members already made clear previously that they were hoping that the courts would be judicially active, and that was really aimed at the PA Supreme Court, because as I alluded to earlier, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court's already held that only the General Assembly can regulate firearms and ammunition. So really, for any possibility to exist for the city to win, they're going to need to get the Pennsylvania Supreme Court to overturn its prior precedent.
Yeah, good luck with that. All right, so folks, here's what we need you to do, and it's real simple. If you're watching this on Facebook, then you'll notice right there's a donate button. All you got to do is click on the donate button and make a donation. If you're watching this on YouTube, follow the link in the description of this video, look for the donate button, and then once again, donate. It's really that simple. It's important that we are supporting this very important legal work. Every victory that takes place anywhere in the country is a victory for every single one of us. So it's important that you guys work with us and help us out. Anyway, folks, that's going to be it for right now. We're going to be back, obviously, with more videos, more stuff, talking about how you can help us help you defend your right to keep and bear arms. You guys take care. We'll talk to you again real soon.